Okay, so today we're going to be talking about writing grants. So, just a quick review, grants are large sums of non repayable funds typically given to nonprofit groups, organizations, foundations, etc. They're normally given by large corporations, big businesses, and the government. And I just want to clarify that grants are not only specific to these kinds of groups, they can really be given out to anyone that needs it. For example, foundations that are going to donate it, or to even college students who need scholarships. So, obtaining grants is a huge part of the robotics team, along with the sponsorships. They are what keep the team funded, so the more grants we receive, the more money we are able to spend. A lot does go into getting a grant. There's normally a long list of questions that we need to answer and submit in order to even be considered, and these responses will have to be detail oriented and explained thoroughly. Though there may be a grant sometimes that will only ask for simple information. For example, this year, because of COVID, NASA only required us to fill out a quick sheet and then they gave us $450. You cannot just apply for any random grant. We do need to meet all of the requirements. Almost every grant is different, and that does include their qualifications. It doesn't make much sense for us to apply for something that we won't even be eligible to receive. So, any and all grants are helpful, and they do show how much support we're receiving and increase our budget. What to write for a grant? What you write for every grant is going to be different. It really does depend on what the company or whoever is giving the grant requires. Occasionally, you may come across two grants that have the same question, but not typically so. If you are going to apply for a grant, you have to make sure you fully answer what is being asked. It is super important to write the responses properly, accurately, and thoroughly. So, just make sure you're actually using details when you're responding and just try and make it a little enjoyable. Don't do straight facts and make it really boring, as every person's might be. We want to try and stick out a little bit. If you are going to write a grant proposal, the same things apply. Since this would most likely be over email, it is key to have proper etiquette and manners. You don't want to seem rude or unprofessional. Even though it is through an email and online, how you communicate and write your responses is important. Though you will not be doing grant proposals in the robotics team, you really will only be applying for a grant. But you do not want to give any false information about us or our team. Giving any incorrect facts can possibly jeopardize our ability to receive the grant. It could possibly affect our capability of applying for the same grant in the future, and you really just don't want to seem rude or unprofessional to the people who would be giving the grant. What grants can we apply for? The main kinds of grants that we apply for are nonprofit and STEM based. So we are able to apply for nonprofit grants because we are a non business entity. That just means that no one on the team makes a private profit. We only make money from what is donated and given to us, and the money we receive helps reach our goals, which is to fund our team and robot. Since robotics does involve all aspects of STEM, it is more likely we will receive a STEM based grant. There are many, many engineering companies that give out grants to groups like ours. Most businesses will make it clear what they want the grant to be used for. So if they don't, in our case, it could be for anything, but typically they would want us to use it for robot parts or pieces to help build it. Um, the best grants for us are STEM based and for nonprofit. If it has both, that just means we have a better chance of getting the grant. And you really don't want to apply for a grant that has nothing to do with us because that is useless to us. And you do need to research that and make sure that we are able to apply for it and that if we do, we actually have a chance of getting it. So, our main grant providers are NASA and Orange and Rockland. During a normal year, we could get anywhere up to $7,000 from just these two companies, but most of that money would be used for registration fees, which is why getting other grants and sponsorships and donations in general is super important. So, just overall, grants are a vital part to the robotics team, and we need them for our funds to pay for everything. And you don't want to rush writing a grant. They should be proper, formal, and well written. Poor and false answers will give off a bad impression, and you definitely don't want to give off a bad impression because we want to be able to have relationships with the companies in the future, possibly, and work with them further. And we go for nonprofit STEM based grants. we have a better chance of getting it, and you don't want to apply for a random grant, like I said, make sure that we are eligible for it and we must meet all the requirements. And if this is a long shot, but if any of you happen to come across a grant or find anything that we're able to apply for, please let us know and we'll look into it. So that's all.
All right. Does anyone have any questions or anything? All right. Just wanted to say, I know that I don't know if you guys know, but I can see which people are watching the live stream. Um, I mean, you just look at the bottom part of the live stream part, and only 21 people are watching it out of the 26 people in the call. That means that 5 people in here are just listening. So I don't know how you can manage to like understand what's happening or what's being said, but um I would suggest getting into like the live stream, so you're not completely lost. Yeah, now there's 23 out of 26, but still it's kind of all right. um but yeah, if anyone doesn't know how to do like how to join the live stream, Maxim's always the one who is doing the live stream. You should be able to see a live symbol right there. Um, no, it's fine. It's if you can't you technically don't have to really pay attention to this. Hopefully you do because it's pretty important. But if you're like super busy at the moment, like that's fine. But yeah, I'm just confirming that you guys know how to join the live stream. Uh, oh yeah. Also, nah, because all right, I'm not really flaming you guys. It's mainly just like if there's 28 people and there's only 18 people in the live stream, that means there's a lot of people just listening, and it's kind of hard to understand. A lot of people might not even know that there's a live stream going on. But yeah, um, right. The other thing is to if you're like, what's it called? Um, if you missed it, we have a YouTube channel. Everything is in the hashtag about channel. You can find the website which we're working on, the email, Instagram, Discord server, the Google Classroom, Remind. Oh, is our YouTube not in there? Okay, I mean you can just search up South Robotics. Our YouTube channel. We've been uploading every single one of these meetings, so everything is in there. If you've missed anything or whatever, just go in there, just watch those videos or whatever. Yeah, I think they have custom titles as well, so you know exactly what each is talking about. So yeah, and also the Google Classroom. I think we have all the stuff in there as well. If you haven't, I know there's a few people who are new. There was a assignment that you guys do need to do because we're filling out the roster for who's on our team and who's not. So if you go to classwork, I think I made it due already, but I can open it again. Um, it's the important please get these signed ASAP one. Like that basically all those documents you have to get signed or else you can't be on the team. It's the safety one. It's the one about like who you are, etc., etc. Um, it's important because you're technically not allowed to enter the classroom, like the physical classroom or work on anything unless you have those signed. Whether or not you're on a build team doesn't matter. You still need to get those signed. So yeah, I I'll open it up again, but please try and do that as soon as possible. Um, last thing I guess is what else? Uh, I think school opens again next week. Um, hmm. Since school opens up again, we're gonna be working on like cleaning up the closet and organizing that stuff. So we'll be organizing like the times and everything of when people can enter the school and work on stuff. So if you're interested to actually, I don't know, work on the robot or check out the classroom and everything, please let us know. I don't know, just let me know. That's fine.
Well,
And
like,
I'll
I
find
don't
you
think we
time.
go back to school.
We
Do we?
don't go back to school this week?
No, because it's 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, but hasn't it been 2 weeks?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
we don't go back to school until after break, I don't think.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Maybe.
definitely
We'll
gonna
see.
keep opening the
The
school.
school hasn't done anything yet. Yeah. Yes. But basically, if you're interested at all, because your what's it called? Your schedule is probably not going to change. I'm just guessing since the middle of the second quarter. So let us know if you plan to ever come in. Just tell me what times or what periods you're available, and then we can see if we can shift people around if we open up school at one point or another. So yeah. Also, it needs to be during free periods. So like lunch, I don't know, study hall. So yeah, let us know if you want to join or do any of those things. Um, is there any other questions or anything?
How can we get into doing the cleaning out of the closet? Talk to
Just
Clovis.
let me know. I'm gonna be putting up a spreadsheet essentially and just tracking when people are coming in, who's coming in, and et cetera, et cetera. All right. It's basically 2 people per period. Um, yeah.